You're welcome, Ropa. Merry Christmas. And I'm really glad that you're finding this helpful. And on that, I wanted to share with you and everybody else who's watching another component within our 2026 proposed Zimbabwe national budget, a new text that the Minister of Finance is proposing, right? So, the Ministry of Finance is proposing a digital services withholding tax of 15%, right, on all companies that are operating within the Zimbabwean digital space but are not parented, are not rooted, or have no physical presence in Zimbabwe. So this is, for example, your digital streaming services companies like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever. This is like the e-hailing services companies like InDrive, Bolt, Uber. I don't know, should we include Tap and Go? Because if you look it up, Tap and Go is whatever, it's based in Dubai. It's not registered in Zimbabwe. I don't know if they have like Zimbabwe registration, but if you look at their website, it's Dubai based, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, this is not about Tap and Go. And again, the other companies, all the other companies that are operating within the digital space, Starlink, right? They're providing internet. You now have internet in rural areas. But then again, so these are some of the companies that are to be affected by this digital services withholding tax, right? The 15%. So on this tax, I'm very much conflicted. On one end, I feel like these companies should indeed pay this tax. Should it be 15%? Because right now the 15% that is being proposed is the highest in our region. I've looked it up. I mean, I think that the following tax should be around 6%, and that should be, if not South Africa, should be Kenya. But I think we have Kenya, South Africa, Rwanda. We have this kind of digital services withholding tax, right? But it's 50% is too exorbitant. But on the other end, right? I also feel like, I mean, you know, with these companies, with anyone in business, whether they're selling a service or selling a product, if there are any policies that are sort of requiring them to pay certain taxes, they don't pay taxes. Business don't do that. They'll just find a way to transfer those taxes to us, the consumers, those who are consuming. We always bear that burden. Already you're overburdened by other taxes from the government, and the service providers will just transfer this tax again to us, right? But on the other end, on wanting the companies to pay, it is coming from an understanding that if a company is benefiting from our economy, right, and they have services in Zimbabwe benefiting from the money that you're paying, I feel like they should somehow contribute to the development of our economy or the environment that they are operating in, right? So if they are not creating jobs by being physically present, if they are not developing infrastructure development and things like that, and contributing just to development of the space they're operating in, I feel like this takes which should go towards that is justifiable, right? But we know our country, we know how things go by, right? Sometimes taxes are paid, collected, and they end up not reaching where they're supposed to go. Yeah, it's Zimbabwe. It won't be surprising. But then again, I feel for us, we have to take up that burden of paying that tax, because they will transfer it to us. If I'm paying $9 right now for my Netflix, it means starting 1 January 2026, next week, I'll be paying more, because again, Netflix will be like, okay, we want our $9. We are going to get our $9 no matter what. So whatever the government of Zimbabwe is requesting, we just add it to the subscription that the customers are paying. So I'll end this video with no proper conclusion because I'm very much conflicted, but these are just my thoughts, and I thought I should share and raise awareness on this new text that the minister is proposing. So just you are aware that starting next year, your InDrive is going to go up, your Netflix, your Starlink, anything that you're paying within Zimbabwe, because the withholding part of that tax is that it's not paid later. When you pay it, right, the local bank that you used to pay will withhold it on behalf of government and remit it to government. So it will be paid, and believe you me, those companies will find a way to transfer it back to you so that you get to pay more. So thank you. I hope you enjoy your holidays. Wishing you a happy new year. Goodbye.